Welcome. In this tutorial, we'll be going into the understanding of how to read a report. Let's start by executing the report we created. Parking Time Report. Report results will be broken down into two panels. One is the list of contents. This will be all the tables and charts that we told the system to queue. The second panel is the table breakdown. Here we can see whatever table we've selected. Next, we'll go over table options, which are the top section of buttons on the table panel. Tables can be pretty long depending on how much information you pull. In some instances, they can be several pages. The first button is the first page button, then the previous page. Here you can enter in the page number manually, then the next page, and finally the last page button. Here you can see the number of rows or items on your current page, while here you can control how many rows load per page. Although if you choose to queue a high number like 500 and also have a high number of columns, you can greatly increase your load times. You can use this button to export to PDF or this one to Excel. The last button is if you need to export to more than one file type, including the ones we've already spoken of, HTML, XML, and CSV. Here you can print a report directly from this page, and here you can clear the current report that's queued. And the last of these is the map report view and the dual report view. The map report view is what you can see here, where there is a half panel showing a report and half panel showing the map. Dual report view allows you to see two different tables from the same report, and the second table will take the place of the map here. Now let's take a look at our first table, statistics. Statistics tables are always two columns, the label on the left and the information on the right. This is a bit different than other report tables, as we'll see later in this tutorial. Now let's take a look at the parking times table. The first thing you'll notice is the top section that appears. These are different groupings, such as unit, date, and detailization. These are different branches and they make up a report tree. You can click on any of these tabs to expand all of the tree related to that branch. Or you can expand the pieces individually by clicking on the small plus symbol next to that row of information. Tables, on the other hand, are pretty simple. Labels are on the top and the information pulled is below. Some of the names of the columns should look familiar from the report creation tool, such as parking start, parking end, and parking time. If you also remember, we switched where the location labeled column was from the end to the top of the list. This effectively brought it from the left to the right columns. Next is the groupings we added, including unit, date, detailization, and row numbering. Without selecting unit as a branch, our table would summarize parkings for all units. By selecting this, we've broken those down into separate branches. By selecting date as a grouping, we've broken it up even further. Otherwise, it would summarize parkings for the whole time span that we've selected for each specific unit. Detailization breaks down the tree even further into individual events, so that way we don't just summarize parkings for a whole date. And row numbering is a useful tool that helps make sense of all the different rows. Every time a branch is expanded, it creates a 0.1, and every time it goes down the row, it counts up. Now that we've gone over the tables themselves, the last thing to go over is the map outputs we've created in the report creation tutorial. If you remember, we selected parking markers and trip routes. This is the result of us checking those checkboxes when creating this report. Congratulations and thank you for completing our tutorial on report reading. I hope by now you feel a little more at ease when operating through our platform. To further extend your knowledge of our platform, check out our other video tutorials. I'll see you next time.